Hi everyone, my name is Sean Craney, and today I'm going to be talking about how technology is more just than a common tool that we are now fully access to in today's society. It's more of a bridge that can connect us and help students and educators feel more included in today's classroom. Now, I'm going to be talking about the three aspects that technology plays, the specifics and the role, much along the lines of the types of apps that I believe can bring students together perfectly, the safety aspect, make sure that all students feel included and feel that this is a classroom that students can promote any sort of idea that they so choose to, express. And three, how it can promote the classrooms of the future, how we can build off of this. Now, for the specifics and the role that technology plays, I would like to mention Google's Workspace. Google's Workspace can, and not just be one single app, but it can be considered as many, but all within the same package. Google Workspace includes both Google Docs, Slides, Sheets, Meets, and many more Google-related tools. But what does this have to do with the role technology plays? Well, what sets Google Workspace apart from any other tool that one would use is the ability to create a learning environment. Not just dealing with how do I answer this assignment, but more how do I deal with my partner. Now, when sharing results or ideas in Google Docs or Google Slides, you are allowed to use community notes. Notes that allow you to express how do you think it's best to approach any assignment or problem you're going to work on. If a student were to be working on a history class, they could come up with a way to present their facts, present their thoughts, beliefs on the topic itself. History is not just presentation of facts and dates. It is much more showing how one individual can look at one topic and another individual looking at the same topic can have a completely different idea. It's about bridging these ideas with the students together. Now, most teachers already attempt to try to make sure that students are working together, make sure that they're talking to each other to get the assignment done. And that's good. But with technology, students feel more free to work with their common peers, people who are just like them, who are working towards the same goal. And how do they think? Maybe there's a way to work together. Maybe there's a possibility to work together even outside the classroom, and whenever they so choose to do so. Now, in a report from Edutopia in 2023, it notes that the type of collaboration digital learning has today in the 21st century deepens the engagement and empowers students to take responsibility for their education. No longer is it the teachers telling them to do what they're supposed to be working on, but much more feel like it is their duty to go beyond what the teacher has spoken to them. Now, another form of technology that I want to mention that promotes the idea of safety, make sure that every student feels included, is Flip. Flip is another digital platform that allows students to have a voice. It's an ability to say what they feel is, their belief. Now, Flip is simply, to put it, a digital platform that just allows students to record videos, much like what I am doing, but I am using another platform for this. But for this example, Flip allows students to record themselves and speak to other students, whether they be in classroom, they're at home, or for any sort type of reason, out of the state. Now, at the same time, students in the same group can record themselves privately if they feel like one student is not as respectful of some other ideas. They could secretly ask any other student to just respect their ideas, be open, and show some common sense. Now, it is important that a student make sure it feels freely to speak what they believe and not have any concerns of repercussions. Teachers can moderate a post to even make sure that students are doing a respectful interaction with each other and provide personal feedbacks through video calls. Now, in another report, according to the Common Sense Education of 2024, Flip supports creativity and communication and community while building and maintaining student safety through strong privacy. It is important that students feel like they have their own separate areas is that they can talk to one another. I feel as if it is important even to me to make sure that if my ideas are going to be put forth, that I am putting forth to the people I so choose to work with. Now, of course, none of these tools should be used without clear expectations for just safety and responsibility. Shouldn't be expected for students to just know how to be safe online. I would like to introduce another program called Digital Citizen Agreement. At the beginning of the year, students would learn how to protect themselves from and their personal information and communicate respectfully. And technology for a positive collaboration. Both Google Workspace and Flip comply with the FERPA and COPPA regulations, but it's still essential for teachers to monitor their activity. Now, I mentioned earlier that teachers need to be engaged with their students. Even if the digital platforms are supposed to promote privacy, it is still the duty of every single educator to make sure that students, whether they choose to come forth or not, are being responsible. Now, in conclusion, tools like Google Workspace and Flip go far beyond the convenience of just making sure every student can, simply add in their work when they're finished. It is meant to empower students to connect, create, and grow responsibly when combining innovation with intentional guidance. We create classrooms that are meant to be safe, inclusive, and inspiring. If a classroom is not inspiring, students will feel no connection to it. They will just view it as another classroom that they have to take and there was no choice in that matter. That is not what we're going to try to do here. For us educators, we need to make sure that students feel like they can come to class and feel inspired to want to do something on their own. Once they feel like they can do this on their own, they can start taking some responsibility. They want to feel as if what they're doing matters. And by the end of that, at the end of the school year, they can feel that the connections that they made with their fellow peers and with their teachers can possibly last a lifetime, maybe even go on into the workspace once they finally graduate high school. Now, we are not just trying to improve academic outcomes. We are here to become helpful, empathetic, confident, capable digital citizens ready to succeed in an interconnected world here in the 21st century. So I hope that this video best provides to you what it means to view this newsletter and understand how technology can improve student and teacher interconnectivity.